Ash Mufareh did a webinar yesterday for the Go Founding members in Onpassive. Those are the individuals that have come in and are participating in Onpassive. And to say that this webinar was good would really be an understatement. Ash said some things yesterday that he's never said before, and it was just absolutely amazing. As good as I thought Onpassive was, and it is, when Ash got done, he really just blew everybody away. And obviously, this was for the GoFounder members. It is proprietary, and of course now I have to do my dance. I have to skirt around the edges and kind of give you an idea of what's going on Onpassive moving forward and just how large this thing got yesterday. And it got really, really big. So let's dance. Ash started out with the story of Onpassive from its inception to today. And he told us a lot of things that we did not know, and they were extremely powerful. I wish I could go through the whole story, but again, it was proprietary. I think one of the main things Ash wanted to express to us is how ethical Onpassive is. Onpassive, as it was being developed, it really was made for you and I. It was made for the customers. And Ash will never do anything to put us in harm in any way. And when I say Onpassive was made for you and I, it was made for you and I to take care of our bottom line. And because of the way Onpassive has been structured, the way Onpassive has been put together, it's so dynamic, and you really don't even have a clue just how intricate and how well it's been put together to take care of you. Now, as we look at Onpassive, let's get through some of the housekeeping. Number one, the campus in Bangalore, Monday, June 1, it will start to reintegrate. People will start coming back onto campus. That is such a big deal because really Ash has to bring all his techies together to start putting together Onpassive, integrating everything so that they can launch to the world. And as we look at Onpassive, that is happening today. That's really, really good news. That had to happen in order for the progression of Onpassive to continue the way it is. And Ash was really, really ingenious as the lockdown happened in India. All of his tech team, yeah, they went home, but they were continuing to work and put together Onpassive. So they really did not skip a beat, but they do need to come back on the campus and start doing what they need to do as a team. And that's going to happen Monday. I think that's June 1. That's a really, really big deal. Ash had the opportunity to talk about products. And again, Onpassive is an IT company. It is an informational technology company. And for such a long time, I've talked about Onpassive in terms of the automated marketing platform. But it's so much more than that. And Ash started to call Onpassive the company of internet solutions. And I'll give you just a quick idea what that means. When we talk about the automated marketing platform, our market was about 300 million people. That's really, really good. I mean, we could build a life off of those 300 million people. But when we talk about internet solutions, now our market goes from 300 million to 3 billion. So when you start to think about Onpassive, you really do need to start thinking about Amazon, Apple, some of the big companies that are online right now, because Onpassive is in that league. And yeah, the automated marketing platform, it's absolutely awesome. It was a great starting point. And I'll go through the 4 points of the automated marketing platform. Has all the tools we need to market online. And again, it starts with self-funding. As you come in, it is self-funding. You pay once, you'll never have to pay again. Number 2, they are going to force you to be successful. They're going to force you to make money. What does that mean? They're going to guarantee that you make money. Absolutely love that. Number 3, they are going to drive traffic for you to help you build your business. Traffic is such a big key to everything we do in Onpassive. It's absolutely awesome. I'll get into that in just a second. And number 3, customer is king. Customer is king and queen. They are royalty. As they come in, they're going to love the products. Over time, the cost of those products are going to go down. Over time, the cost of those products will be zero. And over time, they will actually pay the customers to use the products. Let me get back to the traffic side of it just real quickly. Ash talked about a conversation they had. This was about 1.5 years ago with the people that are going to be driving traffic for them, their team that are going to be driving traffic for them. And that conversation was really revealing as to where Onpassive is today, where they were 1.5 years ago, and why the things that are happening today are happening. and as Ash talked to the, and I have to be real careful here because a lot of this is proprietary. As Ash talked to the people that were going to be driving traffic for Onpassive, everything changed. And I'll give you an example of how they changed. Over the last probably 3 or 4 months, I've been talking about Onpassive launching to the world and bringing in 1 million customers the first year. Okay? That's a really big deal. I believe that'll happen without any problem. But as Ash started to talk about the amount of people coming in to Onpassive with the people that are driving traffic, and these guys know what they're doing. I mean, they can tell you what's going to happen week 1, month 1, year 1. And Ash talked to them, everything changed. And I can tell you that the figure that I use of 1 million customers in the first year, just kind of read between the lines here, guys. I really can't say much more than that. But it's better than that. And in magnitudes that will just blow you away. If you are a Go founder in Onpassive today, because of what's going to be happening as we launch to the world, you are in such a unique position because your financial bottom line will be taken care of. I don't care what your goal is, whether it's 1,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, and more. Those goals are attainable because of what Ash and his team have done. And it is a reality today. This isn't something that is a hope and a dream anymore. After listening to Ash yesterday, our vision, Marty, Dan, and my vision, just expanded in ways you can't even imagine. You know, we thought for our team the first year we would build our matrix out in 365 days. Our vision has expanded. And I'm not going to get into the numbers. Ash talked about the numbers that were coming as we launched to the world. It's one of the reasons that the whole vision on Onpassive changed, because he understood the magnitude. And if you're bringing in 10,000 or 100,000 your first couple of months of Onpassive, that's not a big deal. That can be done. But when you start talking about millions of people coming into Onpassive, this thing has to be done right, and it has to be done right the first time. And Ash assured us that as Onpassive rolls out to the world, the rollout will be pristine. It will be almost perfect. And they have to do this because of the volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. Not only the independent resellers of IT products, which every Go founder will be, but the customers coming into Onpassive. Again, which every Go founder will be. You will be a customer first, then an independent reseller of the IT product. This webinar was absolutely awesome. If you are not a Go founder now, it is a $97 position. You come in, you lock your position in Onpassive, and you lock your position into the pay structure of Onpassive. Because of the things that are going to be happening, it is such a unique position. You do not want to pass this up. I do want to mention that Ash talked a little bit about the products, and he literally introduced a few products to us. I can't talk about any of that. That's all proprietary. Now, when you become a Go founder, you'll be able to come in and look at the webinar recording and listen to Ash as he talks about the products. Guys, this will blow your mind. I'll talk about one product, the webinar service, and I won't get into detail on it, but just to give you an idea of the scope of what we're looking at. As we look at the webinar tool in the automated marketing platform, and all the tools are like this. It doesn't matter what tool I talk about, whether it's AI, whether it's the funnel builder, whether it's the page builder, whatever it is. The webinar service, that niche, that tool, the market of that tool is about $3 billion. You can take a look at that tool, and when you look at what Onpassive has done to that webinar service, it's just going to blow you away. I can't talk about it, but it'll blow you away. It is a $3 billion tool. That's that niche. That's that market. Onpassive could go with the webinar service, and that's it. And all of us would be happy at the end of the day. Believe me. That's one tool that is in the toolbox of Onpassive, a $3 billion niche. And what they've done is they've taken this tool, this webinar service, all of the tools in Onpassive, they are proprietary. They've come in, they've built all of these tools on their own. Yes, they've gone online, they've looked at all the competition, they've looked at what's there, and then they've taken that tool, the webinar service, and they've kicked it up by 100% and more. It'll really blow you away when Ash talks about the webinar service. I mean, Marty, Dan, and I, we were just dumbfounded when he talked about it. Because just that alone, we could do that for the next 10 years. Actually, we could do it for the next year and retire. But we could do it for the next 10 years, and we would never saturate the market. And obviously, Dan and I, we're going to be doing this for the next 10 years. We don't plan on retiring, although I believe that we'll be able to retire after the first 3 months of Onpassive. So will a lot of the people on our team. But as we move forward and we look at Onpassive, as we look at the tools, one tool being a unicorn company, a billion-dollar company, and we have 10, 15, 20, 30 tools, each one of them has that same magnitude with Onpassive. Guys, the future just got so bright for those individuals that are in Onpassive at the Go Founder position. I would recommend that you go down below. You either go over to Dan Street's blog or you go over to our Facebook page. Continue to explore Onpassive and get in as a Go Founder. You are going to see things that will just blow you away and will assure you that your future is written in stone. You will succeed, guaranteed. There is no other company online that guarantees you will make money. And after yesterday's webinar, yes, I already knew that, but I had based it off the automated marketing platform, which is massive. Now, we could do that for years and years and years. There is so much more to Onpassive than just the automated marketing platform. It is internet solutions. They are an IT company, an informational technology company. And they are in the same league as the Amazons, the Facebooks, the Googles. And I don't say this lightly, but as you look at those big companies that are online, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and more, Onpassive is doing things that I believe are bigger than all of them. And over time, and I'm not talking about decades, I'm talking about a couple of years, the whole ecosystem, the online ecosystem, is just going to be shaken because of what Onpassive is doing. And all of these guys are going to be looking over their shoulder going, holy mackerel, I never thought this could happen. And it happens with all large corporations. They get a little lax in what they're doing, and then you have an upstart like Onpassive coming out that's hungry, that does the right thing, ethical company that helps the people that are coming in, that was made for you and I. When you look at Onpassive, these big companies online, they are going to be looking out over their shoulder, and they're going to be going, oh my goodness, I never thought this could happen. And what's going to be happening is Onpassive is not only going to be catching them, but I believe surpassing some of them. So exciting. Ash did such a great job on the webinar. Again, I recommend you come in, get the GoFounder position for $97. That position, the cost of that is going up in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's going to go up to about $150. Again, that's a steal compared to what Onpassive is offering us. But come on in, become a GoFounder, really get a good understanding of what Ash is doing. You're going to be able to listen to his webinars. They're absolutely awesome. And from there, yeah, you're absolutely going to love what's going to be happening in 2020 this year. Again, the tech team in Bangalore, they are going to be back on the campus June 1. Such a big deal because things are going to start moving very, very quickly. Ash is going to start doing 2 or 3 webinars a month now. Usually he does 1 a month, but because of the speed of Onpassive right now, that schedule is going to increase, and there'll be 1 or 2 or 3, maybe even 4 webinars a month. Obviously, as he does those webinars, I'll come on and do my dance with you and tell you as much as I can. And from there, yeah, you really want to subscribe to this YouTube channel because things are happening that quickly. Again, the webinars are going to increase. We're starting to get things in the back office of the GoFounder back office, just telling us about the different products, how they work, what they're doing. Again, Ash went over some of the products yesterday. It was just mind-blowing. But if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go on down below, subscribe, hit the bell on the right. And as we get the updates, almost weekly now, I will do videos and update you on what's happening with Onpassive. This is the place to be. If you're looking for a way to get out of the doldrums of this economy or your life and increase that bottom line and actually start living the lifestyle you want to be, guys, you are in the right place. Continue to explore Onpassive. Go on down below and run over to our Facebook page. We've got tons of information over there. Or go to Dan Street's blog. Dan is just a great writer. And if you love to read, you'll love to read his content because it will give you insights into where we are and where we're going. And from there, just get ready. This year is cranking up in ways you can't even imagine. And obviously, as I come in and do more videos for you, we will continue to do the dance. The dance is just getting better and better and better. I hope this helps. And moving forward, yeah, just get ready. Your life is going to change in ways you never thought possible. So that's it for today, guys. Ash did a great job as usual. Better than good. Really kicked it out of the park and absolutely loving what's happening with Onpassive. So take care, and we'll chat with you later. Bye.